Hey, we're in heaven. Mm-hmm. Da-na-na-na-na-na. What's going on, guys? Check out what we got going on in the Goldfish greenhouse. Do y'all see this? Someone just said, I've been following since 2020. That's a long time. That's 5 years. Sorry, I needed to eat my apple. Man, that was a good apple. I went apple picking this last weekend. Does Carrot and KCO share the same ancestor? Why, of course. How did you know? They're both ginormous. Where's Carrot? Oh, so you know what I did with Carrot? I put Carrot in a little breeding tub to see if we could get some breeding action going. Because there were some females that had some eggs. Did we get any egg laying? I don't know. Carrot's in here. Who wants to see Carrot? Who wants to see Carrot? KCO's cousin. Luke, why aren't your goldfish ever in stock? All right, listen, guys. You don't understand how hard it is to sell goldfish. Specifically fancy goldfish. Where the heck is Carrot? Yeah, the breeding might be over. Oh. All right, look. Wow. Oh, you see how wet my face is? My goodness. He just splashed me. Anyway, let me explain to you guys why it's so difficult to always have goldfish available. Now, you may notice sites like, all right, who remembers Goldfish Island before they went out of business? Do you guys remember Goldfish Island? They were an importer. They were not a breeder. They were an importer. It is so much easier to like constantly have fish available to sell when you're a consistent importer versus being a breeder. Now, I have imported fish in the past. I have sold and imported fish in the past. And I'm not totally against it. I'm not totally against it because, you know, I bred all of my fish from imported fish. However, I would much rather be a goldfish breeder than a goldfish importer for the long term. And that's because I've really come to the conclusion homebred fish are less sick, lagging, maybe lower your resolution. We're lagging that bad, guys. Honestly, I should change my position around. My apologies. Oi! I lost my train of thought. Anyway, maybe this might be a better position for my live video so you can see the fish in the back. What do you guys think? Is this a better live video position? So there's some algae growing in the tank, but it's just on the surface. Hold on, let me get my Coke. All right. So we got the fish in the background of the live stream. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a shock collar on the goldfish. And if the goldfish try to swim outside of the view of the stream, I'm gonna shock the goldfish and say, "Get back there! Sit in the corner." No, I'm joking. That's just a joke. This one random thing's going viral on TikTok. I keep seeing videos about it. But no, the fish are free to swim all around. Anyway. Okay. What was I telling you guys? Oh yeah. So I was telling you guys why I cannot have fish available for sale consistently. That's because I mainly focus on breeding. I mainly focus on breeding my own stock and not importing, because importing comes with a lot of problems. You have a lot of diseases. Even if you clear the diseases from the fish, they oftentimes are so aggressively grown in those foreign countries, they don't last. Like, they can last a year, they can last 2 years, they can maybe last 3 years, but they don't last super long. Not as long as my own homebred fish. Jack, the golden boy, stop spamming. I will eventually show the shed, like later on, in like 20 minutes maybe. In 20 minutes, I'll show the shed. But it's very easy to always have fish available for sale like a pet store when you're importing, when you're taking it in from another country. But if you're breeding them yourself, there's like one main time in the year when the goldfish are dropping eggs. And during that time, the goldfish are plentiful. I have tons and tons of babies. I'm listing them on my website. I got the lower qualities, group of 5 for 20 bucks. I sell through, and then I keep the better ones to grow out to a larger size. And then from there, I can slowly sell those guys out. But then I may have a 6-month span where I literally got no fish to sell. I may have like 6 months straight where I'm like, I sold my breed for the year, and I can't sell no more because I don't have any more. I don't have any more to sell. However, now that I have this whole goldfish greenhouse, I'm getting a lot of random spawns all of a sudden. I blame you. Because of you, I got hooked on goldfish keeping. Good. Good. I hope you did get hooked on goldfish keeping. It's a good thing to get hooked on. What glass cleaner is that? It's an Aqueon magnetic cleaner. But anyway, now that I got this whole greenhouse, now that I got all of these tubs here, what I'm doing is every single time I have a goldfish spawn, I'm taking the plants and I'm putting them in the tubs. I'm saving all the eggs. Even if it's a crap spawn, I will select. I will do my selection and I'll keep the cream of the crop. And those cream of the crop, I will grow out and I'll sell. But I'm just gonna be saving every spawn I can get. I've segregated. I've done segregation in the goldfish greenhouse, all right? If it's not with humans, it's okay. I've done segregation where I've segregated the higher qualities and the lower qualities. The ranchus with dorsals, the ranchus that are normal, that you know, are normal ranchus. The telescopes and the common goldfish. I've put them into their own separate quarters, separated out with my little crates here. And then depending on, you know, if it's gonna be breeding time, they may breed and lay eggs in the roots of the plants that I put there. And then those roots, I know, okay, there were only ranchus swimming around, only high-end ranchus swimming around in these roots. I'll take those roots out and I'll see, you know, I'm gonna see what kind of spawn we got. I'm gonna see what kind of spawn we got from that, and we'll go from there. Cheers. Anyone else like Waterloo? I love Waterloo. When are you gonna start 24/7 goldfish live streaming? The tank behind you is perfect for that. Hold on. I just randomly heard a buzzing noise. Okay. The buzzing noise is gone. Sometimes when you have these air pumps, if they lean against something, it just makes an annoying like, because the air pump, like, you know, it's vibrating, it's got a pump inside of it. Hold on, my pants keep sticking up. I'm so sorry for all the burps today. This is not appropriate. Luke, what will you do at 4 million subs? What will I do at 4 million subs? The first question is, will I ever get there? So like, I'm not complaining, but like my subscriber growth has been pretty consistent. Like from the beginning, I would always gain like 50,000 in a month or 100,000 in a month, maybe 20,000 in 1 month. But these last 2 months, we definitely had a slowdown. We had a quick slowdown. It may have been because I posted a couple controversial videos here and there. Maybe I made a Bible study video. Maybe, yeah, so sometimes I made a post where I talked about that I used ChatGPT, and that upset some people because I asked ChatGPT how to build a shed, and that upset a lot of people. So anyway, I made a couple controversial posts. So we halted in growth a little bit, which is fine. You know, you can't grow forever. Can't grow forever. So we'll see. I think in this last month, I only gained like 1,000 subs. So it was like 50,000 subs, 20,000 subs, you know, 80,000 subs, boom, like 1,000 subs. And I'm at like 3.97. I'm like 3.97. I'm so close. But I'll get there, you know, you just continue making videos. You just got to continue making videos. I've been doing social media for so long. And in the beginning, something people don't realize about social media is that the highs feel so high. Like when you have super viral videos and, you know, your account's blowing up, you feel so great. They're not prepared for when it stalls. When it stalls, it just feels awful. Like, especially when it's your income. When your income is based on your video performance, that can get like scary. You're like, oh my gosh, like my videos are going down. Now what? Am I gonna pay the mortgage? But I've learned to diversify, so I have platforms. I have platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. So, you know, even when one is slower, another one might be higher, just because there's always momentum. There's always momentum. And if you kick back during the highs and say, oh, things are so well right now, I'm gonna take it easy, then, you know, your account's gonna slump. But and when you're in the lows, if you're like, oh man, I'm in the lows, forget this, I'm done, I quit, then you're done for good. What I've found is you just have to consistently make content like normal, like nothing is different, nothing is happening, no matter the highs, no matter the lows. That's my main recommendation. That's my main recommendation for anyone pursuing social media, is that you cannot let the highs and the lows get to you and affect your... Think of it, I've been making videos of Goldfish since 2020. And I've actually been doing Goldfish content longer than that, like since 2018 on Instagram. Somebody said lag. Is it really lagging? The lag is that bad, really? What happened to my Wi-Fi booster? Come on. Then boost me. You're good now. Okay, good. Okay, good. Will I breed koi fish? Not for a long time. Not for a long, long time. I appreciate your love for God. I'm a Catholic hobbyist and enjoy seeing put so much passion in our hobby and also love for God. Well, thank you. Glad you enjoy. Glad you enjoy. Can we see the chickens? My chickens are like all the way behind my house, which is like 300 feet away. I'm too lazy, man. I don't want to walk all the way over there. Will you ever breed Shubunkin goldfish? Yeah, I'll breed Shubunkin goldfish. Like one day. The leaves are falling on the greenhouse right now. There's a lot of leaves on the greenhouse. Man, I'm burping from this seltzer so much. Oy. Besides being informative, anyone else say you have a very nice voice, very addicting? I have been given that compliment before. Thank you. I used to have a very, very high voice as a kid. Yo, we just got 50 CZK Czechoslovakia. I don't know what those are. Thank you. Buy Snickers so you can survive the trip to the chickens. All right, I'm gonna buy myself a Snickers. Thank you. I'm still too lazy to go see the chickens right now. I don't feel like getting up. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll go. Maybe at the end of the stream when I go back inside, I'll go do that. No bike. Yeah, I left my bike at the house. I don't have my e-bike right now. I am Hindu. I love my God. I respect your belief too. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hybrid chicken fish in your future? I've had one of those before. I've had the hybrid chicken fish. Is it true you beat your employees? Who told you that? How did that get out? I thought I had a pretty tight lid on that occurrence. For the record, on the record, no, it is not true. I do not physically abuse my employees. Off the record, I'm not going to talk off the record because we're recording right now. Oh. How's the solar panel working? The solar panels, they're working, but they're not working very well. You know, like they're not working very well because now that it's becoming winter and fall's here, the angle of the sun is way, way lower. And as the angle of the sun dips down, the tree is blocking it for like over half the day. Like all the trees, I got a million trees here, and they're all right up against the power lines, so I can't take them down. They're blocking the sunlight pretty heavily. So I actually did line multiple extension cables from my garage all the way to the shed where I have the batteries. So now I'm back to using AC charging. Like I still use the solar panels, but when the solar panels are not pulling their weight, like on a daily basis during the night, I have the AC charging from the shed add extra energy to the battery now. Someone send treats for the mods. No, the mods don't get to eat. Luke, how did you do all these things before 25? Amazing, hardworking man. Thank you. So honestly, my biggest recommendation for someone that wants to, like, this might sound kind of tone deaf, but, you know, as soon as you have like 3% for like an FHA loan, get a property. You have to get a property. Since I bought a property, I've learned more than I learned in all of my time in school. Just like when you have your own house and you start solving your own problems and you have your own land and you start doing your own stuff, you are going to learn and achieve, I feel like, exponentially more than if you're like renting something or if you're living at home with mom and dad. Now again, in order to do that, you got to save up for a down payment. But a lot of people don't know, like, you can get an FHA loan. You can get an FHA loan where you put literally just like 3% down on the house. So if you go to like a poorer area and get like a really small shack, let's say for like $300,000. Let's say it's like $300,000. You get like a shack, like a very small, beat up house. You could literally put $9,000 down. You can put $9,000 down, and then obviously you have to pay your monthly mortgage, but you can become a property owner if you've saved up $9,000. Uh-oh. Do we have lag? Do we have lag, guys? There's now lag. Why? Not anymore? Okay, good. Back to what I was saying. Now, I did not use an FHA loan because my income was very sketchy. I owned my own business. FHA is funky. I ended up doing a normal 20% down kind of loan. Pay off your mortgage in fish. Fish. Yo, thank you very much to Hundo Mo. Hundo Mo just sent a $2 gift and told me to pay off my mortgage. That'll put a dent in it. All right. It's crazy that $300K is a small shack nowadays. Yeah, unfortunately, in today's housing market, $300K will get you a small shack. But still, I do recommend, if you have $9,000 saved up, you know, you worked super hard, you saved $500 a month for a year and a half. If you save $500 a month for a year and a half, you do some extra side hustles, you do something, you'll have $9,000. Now, obviously, you have closing costs and stuff. You may have to save a little more. But I would say look and research the soonest possible way you can acquire a property. Now, why do I keep saying that? It's because you guys know how bad inflation is, and it just keeps going up. It just keeps going up. Like since I bought my house, I don't know, inflation has run rampant. If you have an asset, if you own a house, then it doesn't really matter how bad inflation gets, because you have something that has an inert value. So it's better to have your money placed in an asset like a house than have your money placed, as money. So honestly, when you own something like an asset, inflation's actually good for you, a little bit. When you own an asset, inflation is actually good for you, because money becomes very less. Money's becomes worthless, but your mortgage payment stays the same. So as soon as you can, buy a shack. That's my recommendation. And then in buying that shack, you'll learn how to do everything. You learn plumbing, you learn electrical, you learn drywall, you learn, you may not necessarily learn how to build a greenhouse, but maybe you have a backyard where you try to figure that out. Goldfish Discord would be cool. I would help mod it. So I'm actually part of a Goldfish Discord already. I'm a part of a Goldfish Discord already. It's called like the Art of Goldfish. I haven't checked it in a long time. It's called the Art of Goldfish. Definitely check it out. What was your favorite part of Japan? Guys, the sushi in Japan. Like, I know everyone's like, you gotta have the pasta in Italy. You gotta have the whatever and thing. You gotta have the sushi in Japan, but I'm not joking. The sushi in Japan, it was so good, man. It was so good. And like, I'll be honest, the salmon nigiri, the salmon sushi in Japan, I was not a fan of. It was not that good. I'd have it better here in the United States. It's like way cheaper than it is here. It's way cheaper than it is over here. Man, we're lagging? Why do we keep lagging so much? Are we still lagging? I made it a little higher. Maybe it's receiving signal better now. Okay, good. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, the Otoro sushi, even the lean tuna, the tuna stuff was so fresh there. I was like, they must have thought I was some monster. When I showed up to those sushi joints, there'd be all the chefs there behind. They're cutting like the one little slice. People are eating two little, nigiri sushi. I would be like, get me 10 Otoros, get me like 10 medium fatties. And they'd come out with these big trays and they'd hand it to me and I'd go, it must have felt like the American pig stereotype. I 100% fulfilled that stereotype. And I'd do it all over again. Dude, I want to go back just for the sushi. I want to go get some more. I remember I got like a tray of these ones. There's like 18 of them. There's like 6, and I got like 3 trays. These big, juicy, fresh ones. I vacuumed them all. But yeah, definitely go. If you like sushi, if you like tuna specifically, you got to go to Japan. Do you like Mexican food? Yeah. I'll be honest. I like inauthentic Mexican food more than authentic Mexican food. As in, like, I'd rather go to Chipotle than in an authentic Mexican place. I'm gonna get flamed for that probably. But I like Chipotle more than other places. Bye guys, time to leave. It was fun and enjoyable watch. Now gotta study for an exam, which is in 8 hours. Yo, you better study, dude. You really better study. Luke has a Discord. I used to, but I don't have one anymore. Luke, I found your Discord. I don't have a Discord. But I used to, but I gave it to someone else. But I'm in the Art of Goldfish now. 4th time asking to see Oreo. Oh no. Was anyone in my last stream? Does anyone want to break the news? Was there anyone that watched my last stream? So yeah, Oreo passed a couple months ago actually. Oreo passed a couple months ago, right around the same time Babette, the female black Oranda, passed away. Yeah, unfortunately, those imported fish just don't last a long time. I can never get them to last more than like 3 years. Oreo was coming up on, I think he was a little over 2 years old. Yeah, Oreo was a little over 2 years. I can never really get them to last longer than 3 years, the imported fish. Might be the way they're grown. It could be a lot of things, but yeah. Do you ever plan to expand the greenhouse? Like this greenhouse itself, I'm not gonna make the greenhouse larger. In terms of building additional greenhouses and building other structures on this property, absolutely. Absolutely. Luke, what should I feed my 26-old baby Ranchu? Help? You got a 26-year-old baby Ranchu? That's no baby. Your skin is so clear. Was it this good or drinking brine shrimp was the source? Is my skin actually clear? I feel like it's not that clear. I got some little blemishes. I washed my face with soap. It's from the UV sterilizer. Yeah. Actually, if you want clear skin, just fry your face with a UV sterilizer for a good 30 seconds. It'll be red and glowing. You'll have that sunlight glow. No, don't recommend that at all. It's funny. There's a couple things I've done that have like completely ruined my credibility to a degree. And that UV sterilizer incident was definitely one of them. That was definitely one of them. Why are you not breeding goldfish? Who says I'm not breeding goldfish? Who says I'm not breeding goldfish? Let me show you something. You guys see what those things are right there? You guys see what those little hairline things are? Look at them. Y'all see that? Who says I'm not breeding goldfish? All right, who else is here? Look at this. Oh, a big guy. This big guy thinks he's tough. Where'd he go? Tough guy over here. Little tough guy French fry over here. Look at, he's swimming in the palm of my hand. The power of the sun. Uh-oh, okay. Yeah, well, who says I'm not breeding fish? We got fish in here. We got baby fish in here. We got some eggs. We got some eggs and stuff going on in there. We got fish breeding happening. I just had to construct this place first. How is Lone Survivor and Num Nums 2.0 doing? So Num Nums 2.0 is still alive. Actually, he's right here. But I found him like very scraped up at the bottom of the concrete today. He's never been a great swimmer. He's never been a good swimmer. He's always kind of stayed near the bottom. So that's Num Nums 2.0. And maybe because he does erratic swimming where he like goes like this. And maybe when he was doing that, he scraped his body up. So I have him in one of the tubs now. He's right there. Lone Survivor is somewhere in here. Oh, yeah, he's in there. He's in there with Scrat. I just don't want to get my hands soaking wet right now because I'm using my phone. Oi. Audio lag for a sec. Bro, lag is so dumb. Who invented lag? All right, so recently I had a fish tank fish get fin rot and they didn't make it. What can I do with the water? Do I do a full water change and start over, or partial? Now establish. So just to be safe, if you had a fish that got sick and died in your tank, I would just bleach that thing. I would do a full like bomb on there. Maybe not bleach, maybe hydrogen peroxide. I would take like a whole bottle of hydrogen peroxide. I would dump it in your tank. Obviously, make sure there's no other fish in there. Obviously, make sure of that. But if there are no other fish in there, I would dump a whole bottle of hydrogen peroxide, turn the lights off, and I would just let it cycle. I would let it cycle for like a day, maybe. How do you remove the hydrogen peroxide after? Well, it just kind of, it fully reacts. And this is why I love hydrogen peroxide for fish use. Because if you were to use soap in your tank, there's always residue of the soap that remains and you're worried, oh my gosh, is it in there? If you were to use other random chemicals in your tank, you're worried like, oh my gosh, are the remnants of the chemicals in there? And maybe it's gonna affect when I put the new fish in there. Hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. You know what H2O2 turns into? It turns into H2O and O2. So after it's fully reacted, give it a couple days or so, you just got pure water and pure oxygen. Nothing else. There's no remaining chemicals. That's crazy how you just skipped me. Well, this time I didn't skip you, but you used the opportunity to talk about me skipping you, so now I'm gonna skip you. No, but if you're thinking about doing any kind of cleanse, any kind of bacteria cleanse or parasite cleanse or anything, if you dump a whole bottle of hydrogen peroxide in your empty tank for a full day, it'll wipe it. It'll wipe it clean. Luke, it's time for the sweet potato again in the new greenhouse. Start the new sweet potato arc. All right, guys. I really should start a new sweet potato arc because that was fun. That was pretty fun. I may do it. Are we seriously lagging again? Oh. All right, what about now? All right, we're good. How do I prevent lag? Is there something I can do? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Muted. I muted myself. It's weird. Sometimes the internet's perfect. Like I did a whole Instagram live stream in here, no issue at all. Other times it's not good at all. Will you breed fish like Oreo or Num Nums? Well, Oreo's dead, so no. Num Nums is actually off. Like he's awful. Num Nums is genetically awful. Kaya, get back in the stream right now. Kaya, get back in the stream. All right, there we go. Sorry, just had to press a button. They listen to me very well when I do that. Luke, I need credits for the sweet potato arc. I'll give you some credits for the sweet potato arc. I'll give you credits for the sweet potato work. What was your name again? Platty Geck. Platty Geck. Oh, Lars? Your name is Lars? Yo, that reminds me of the thing from Interstellar. Lars! What's his name? Is his name not Lars? Lars. What's the name of that thing from Interstellar that walks like this? Tars. My bad. Yo, West Coast Goldies is in here? No way. Do you guys know West Coast Goldies? You may not know West Coast Goldies by name, but if you remember, who the heck just drove down my driveway? Should I go investigate? Sometimes it's a delivery driver. Do you guys ever have it where the delivery driver is in like a regular civilian car? Whatever. If I get a Ring doorbell notification that there's someone in my house, then I'll go over there. If I get a Ring doorbell notification that says there's somebody in your living room, then we're running over there, strapped up. Yeah, all right. How is the zero water change tank doing? Oh, and anyway, I was talking about West Coast Goldies. West Coast Goldies is the green carpet algae guy. Remember that guy that was trying to grow green carpet algae for so long? And like, I made a video being like, oh my gosh, I'm getting this green carpet algae on my tank and I'm not even trying. Like, you know, I was like joking with him. But yeah, like that video, and then he made like a video where he's like fake crying. It was funny. It was a funny video. All right, the car is leaving now. Man, they're racing down my driveway. They're driving down like very fast. Yeah, if you guys remember like the green carpet algae arc on West Coast Goldie's channel. Like, what was that, in 2022? 2022 highlight right there. How often do you do water changes in the tank behind you? On this one, I'm probably going to be doing them on like a weekly basis. I still have not done one. I still have not done a water change on this tank yet. So I'm going to be doing one probably pretty soon. Probably pretty soon. When will you sell Goldfish? Maybe this Friday I'll list some. Maybe this Friday, listen, would you ever get a dog to protect your goldfish and chickens? I was thinking about it, actually. I was really thinking about it because I went to the convenience store near me and they got this new puppy. It's like a German Shepherd kind of thing. And man, that puppy was cute. That puppy was very, very cute. So I kind of want one, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A dog ate my koi, then you should eat that dog. You should eat that dog. Do you have any cats? I don't like cats, man. I know there's probably some cat people out there. There's probably some cat people out there. Look at this. I can put my hand over here and look at them all coming over. What's up, buddies? What's up, little chunky monkey? Isn't that cool? Do as much research as getting a dog as you have with your goldfish. There are a lot of bad breeders and scammers out there. Yeah, like if I was to get a dog, First of all, I would want it to be an outside dog that protects the land and like protects the Goldfish greenhouse, protects my chickens. So just to begin, I would have to build an outdoor house, heated, at least for the winter, for the dog. So that alone is like a lot of work. I got to build a small house with electricity, with heat, with a camera probably. It'd be like building another shed. But even more complicated than building a shed. So I'd have to build a doghouse. And then I'd have to do a lot of research on what breed I want for my purposes. I would have to do some research on everything. I don't know. Luke, got any lore? Do we have any more Luke lore? There's so much. There's so much. Like, in what kind of lore do you want? I have it in every regard. What kind of lore do I have to share? I got like old school lore. I got like early Luke Scoldy's days lore. I got like early social media lore. Any lore, we just want Luke lore. All right. All right, you want some old Luke lore? I got a good one for you. This encompasses my high school days. This encompasses my early fish breeding days. Yeah, so anyway, back when I was a senior in high school, when I was a senior in high school at Deerfield High School in Deerfield, Illinois, word began to spread, hey, there's this guy that breeds goldfish. I was not popular on social media in any way. I don't even think I had 1,000 followers. I had like maybe 800 followers or like 700 followers. I had like very little followers, but word began to spread in my school. Oh, this guy breeds fish. Somehow it got to the biology teacher, there's many biology teachers. It got to one of the biology teachers that, yo, this guy breeds goldfish. And someone said, hey, my biology teacher wants to buy a goldfish from you. And I was beginning to look for buyers at that day because I was breeding them in my bedroom, breeding them a little bit outside. And I was like, great, I have like 30 goldfish I'm trying to sell. I will absolutely sell some to the biology teacher. So the day that I brought them to the biology teacher, I almost always took the bus, but I think that day I wanted to drive. And I drove, and typically I didn't have a parking pass at that time. I drove across the train tracks to this other area where high schoolers would sometimes park. But I think they had put up a fence or a gate in the typical spot where you would normally pass around. So I had to climb like this tall fence. I think it was like a 10-foot fence I had to climb. And mind you, I'm holding a bag with like 3 of my... There wasn't barbed wire or anything on it, but it was just... I remember it being a super tall fence, like at least 10 feet tall. Uh-oh, are we lagging? Hold on, guys. Let me know when the lag stops. Has the lag stopped? We're back? Okay. It stopped. Okay. So I had the bag of goldfish in one hand, and I'm holding it like this, when you hold something like this, and then I'm using these 3 fingers to climb the chain link fence all the way up, like 10 feet, holding this little bag of fish with my backpack on. I get to the top. It was very difficult to top, I remember, because I don't even remember. But anyway, I had to climb over like that. So I shimmied over, and I slowly scaled my way back down. And then I just ran across the train tracks or something. Or after that, I get to the walking point. But I just remember thinking 10 feet in the air with the bag of fish. I'm like, if this is how I die, if this is how I go, I fall off this chain link fence delivering these fish, I'm going to be mad. But no, I made it over, went to the biology teacher, handed him the fish, he handed me the money, and he put those in his biology classroom. He actually put the goldfish in his biology classroom. I'm honestly so curious if they're still there. I'm like very, very curious if they're still there. Someone said they went to my same high school. The baked fruit. We went to the same high school. The baked fruit, did you actually go to Deerfield High School in Deerfield, Illinois? I am class of 2019. Them things are dead, not gonna lie, bro. Yeah. I have a friend at Deerfield High School. Awesome. Class of 2023. Yo, so if you're class of 2023 and I'm class of 2019, did we ever have an overlapping year? I don't know. When I was a senior in 2019, 4 years added. Were you a freshman in 2023? Oh no, missed by one. So you were not a freshman in 2023? This is live? Yeah, this is live. Luke, off topic, do you watch other fish tubers? I do not watch many other fish tubers consistently. I'll watch their short videos occasionally. Yo, baby monkey fat ape. Interesting name. Sent a $2 donation. Third donation of the live stream. Appreciate it. Can you grab one fish and show us, please? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So I'm going to show you. I can show you the world. I'm going to show you this guy. Oh. This is unnamed male. Hey! Never mind. I'm not going to show you that guy. I'm going to show you this guy. Hold on, lag. How bad is the lag? Okay. So this is also another unnamed male Ranchu. The thing I like about this guy is the curvature of the back and the angle of the tail is great. We got great curvature of the back. We got a great angle on the tail. We got a deep red color. A deep red color, but unfortunately, our wen growth is a little small. So we got a little small wen growth. Bull Mastiff guy. I don't know who you are, but you are a member, so I appreciate you being a member. I appreciate you being a member. Thank you. But yeah, what do you guys think? I'm taking all the black tubs from the basement and slowly putting them here. Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. Luke, name the two unnamed guys, Tars and Lars. Ha! Is that fish gonna stay red like that as it grows? Oh yeah, it's been like that for, it's been red like that for over a year. Looking back, I think I remember one of your YouTube shorts. You had a DHS Warrior shirt on, yeah? I was a DHS Warrior shirt. Wait, does Mr. Motzko still work? Does Mr. Motzko still work there? He was a biology teacher. He was like my favorite teacher ever. My favorite teacher ever, like in all my time in elementary school, middle school, high school, was Mr. Motzko, the biology teacher. Does he work there? Or did he retire? I remember that name, I didn't have him. That guy was so good. You know what's funny? I got one of his tanks. He had an old tank he used to have a turtle in. And he ended up taking it out of his classroom. And I asked him if I could have it. And he's like, sure. Sure. So that was one of the aquariums that I originally began breeding fish with. was Mr. Motzko's tank that I took. To be honest, I don't remember what he looked like. He was like bald on the top of his head, but he had like a long hair on the sides. Goldfish breeder in India, would love to meet you one day. No, don't name them Lars and Tars. It was just a joke. Maybe I will. What was your favorite memory from building this greenhouse? Oh, my favorite memory from building this greenhouse? I don't know. I had a lot of awesome memories. I had a lot of awesome memories from building this greenhouse. I don't know, like maybe putting the ridge beam on. When I put the ridge beam on, the structure got so much more solid. And it was also one of the most dangerous things I did. I put that ridge beam on right there on the very top. Yo! We just got a $5 donation, the largest donation of the live stream from Colossal Sort. I'm dying. From Colossal Sword, Proper Form and Technique. Awesome. Will you ever get Zhao's Fancy's Fina tail eggfish, long-tailed ranchus, basically? Have a good one. So thank you so much for your donation. And honestly, I've heard a lot of good things about Zhao's Fancies, but I have no desire to get one of those Phoenix eggfish or the Phoenix like long-tail ranchu. Mainly because I don't love the way they look. I'm not the biggest fan of a long-tailed ranchu. I like long-tailed orandas, but I just think it's not, in my opinion, I don't love the way it looks on a ranchu. And I don't want to breed any fish that I don't enjoy breeding, that I don't enjoy the look of. But I may get one of his other fish one of these days. Racist question mark? When it comes to goldfish, yeah, everyone is. Everyone's got a favorite breed and a least favorite breed. Yeah, but I like more short-tailed. What are these noises I'm hearing? When are we going to have Salvinia Minima back in stock? Maybe next week. Maybe next week. How much longer is the live stream going to be? I don't know. I kind of want to start cooking dinner before my wife comes home. We got a big salmon in the fridge. So I may want to start cooking that salmon pretty soon. Luke, I have a question. Astro Jack, fire away. What's your question? Dude, whatever happened to the chickens from the older videos a couple of years back? Do you guys want to hear what happened to my old chickens? Yo! Czar sent 14... Oh no, his name is EO, and he sent 14 Czar. I don't know what a Czar is, but need you to do a South Africa trip. I appreciate the gift. I don't know if I'll ever do a South Africa trip. I don't know if I ever want to do a South Africa trip. I don't know. Do they have sushi down there? But, yeah, so a fox attacked those other chickens, those older chickens, and it killed all of them. They were in the outdoor enclosure, which normally is fine, but the fox came up and actually scared them out of the outdoor enclosure, and then one by one, in the neck, in the neck, in the neck. And he killed them all. Honestly, foxes like really anger me because a fox killed like 7 of mine. A raccoon killed 5 of mine. A fox killed 7. I don't like those things. Lag, 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 lag. They seem so sweet. Yeah, they were very sweet. All right, also, while you guys are here, give me a complete starter guide to getting and caring for fancy goldfish. Yo, a lot of people don't know this. You know how a lot of creators are like, go to the link in my bio and pay $59.99 for my total and complete guide on blank and blank. If you go to lukesgoldies.com for a grand total of $0, you can have a free goldfish care guide and a goldfish breeding guide that I wrote the entire articles myself. I have them listed on lukesgoldies.com. You can read them for free. No ifs, ands, or buts, no catches, no nothing. I've had them on there for years. They've been free the entire time. They'll always be free because I'm here to share information. I can make money other ways. One way I'm not going to make money is by putting general information behind a paywall. All right? Now, what I will do is, like, if someone wanted to take up my personal time and have me one-on-one coach them, whatever, use up my personal time, okay, I'll make you pay. I'll make you pay big money. But for generalized information, I've already written it, I've already done the work, and it's out there, and it can apply to everyone. It's free real estate. I'm not going to charge for that. So anyone can go on my website, lukesgoldies.com, and they can see my breeding guide, and they can see my goldfish keeping guide as well. Hey Luke, what was your favorite video to make throughout your channel? I don't know. How do you grow such a majestic beard? I've been trying to grow one for years. So I actually do have my own homemade beard oil. Definitely a lot of it is my genetics, but I got my own homemade beard oil. What do you guys think? Should I start selling my beard oil on lukesgoldies.com? I want to have like the Pringles can mustache. You're going to sell everything except goldfish. All right, anyway, I was going to replace my goldfish. It's the song of forgiveness, drowning out the endings of rain. It's all God's people singing glory, glory. Hallelujah, He reigns. It's all God's people singing glory, glory. Okay. Hallelujah, He reigns. He reigns. It's all God. Okay. It's all God's people singing glory, glory. Hallelujah, He reigns. He reigns. And all the powers of darkness. Yo, where the fish at? They're hiding. Oh. It's all God. Oh, okay. Glory, glory. Hallelujah, He reigns. Has the greenhouse temperature gone down since it's October? It absolutely has. It absolutely has gone down since it's become October. So I've started running the diesel heater like 24/7 now. It's all God's people singing. Does a budget-friendly, fancy Goldfish setup cost? Oh, how much? How much does a budget-friendly setup cost? You could easily set one up for like $100. You can get the air pump, you can get the sponge filters, you can get some sort of tub, and then a couple plants for like $100. Yo, who's cursing in the chat? How do I hide the user from the channel? User's messages will be hidden. You've just been hidden. What I love about hiding someone's messages is that it hides it for everyone, except for the person that puts the messages. So they still think everyone is seeing their messages. Meanwhile, I've hidden them from all of the people. Okay. All right, something said they run on natural gas. Look into a CO2 generator. They produce lots of CO2 for your plants and made of greenhouses. All right, if I was to get a CO2 generator, would that not potentially like make it difficult to breathe in here? Wouldn't that increase the amount of CO2, decrease the amount of oxygen? Because if it runs on natural gas and it creates CO2, that means it's definitely got to use up oxygen. I feel like you're just trying to get me to suffocate. Gonna lie, why you always lowering your eyebrows? What do you mean lowering my eyebrows? Luke, can Lilia speak Armenian? Yeah, she's actually fluent. Lilia is a fluent Armenian speaker. I am not. I know some. I can speak some, but I'm not fluent. It's all God's people singing glory, glory. Yo, did I just miss a super chat? Yo, starting my own fancy business. You're a huge inspiration. That's amazing. And he's British, too. There's not enough goldfish in Britain. Big shout out to the British fish man. Guys, look at the water hyacinths are blooming a little bit. You see that? Your content helped me through a hard times and much more. Will you ever ship to the EU? Not planning on shipping to the EU anytime soon. But I am very glad that my content could have helped you. That does make me very happy to hear. All right, guys, it's been an hour and 10 minutes on the live stream. That's a pretty long live stream. What do you guys think? Luke, what is the best way to convince my parents to let me get a big tank? The best way, well, paying for it, number one. Paying for it, number one, is the best way. And then just tell them, like, you're planning on making your own business. And then maybe they'll, like, support that. And then maybe while you're at it, maybe do start your own business and start selling fish. Why not? All right, I think I'm done here in the greenhouse. Oh, hold on, let me check my diesel. Always check your diesel. Yo, we just got a $10 gift. I'ma head out. Hope that salmon in the fridge tastes good. The baked fruit. Massive thanks to the baked fruit. The old Deerfield High School graduate. Yo, Guri Singh, when you gonna do a haircut of that blind fish? Thank you for the gift. But everyone go give the baked fruit a subscription. Big shout out to them. I may do the haircut on the fish. I don't know. Because there's a couple that need it. And I don't even know if I have clove oil right now. I haven't used clove oil in a good while. I used to use clove oil to do my culling. And then I got myself some snapping turtles. Ever since I got snapping turtles, I don't really use the clove oil anymore. Oh, I got something from Amazon. Oh, did my new diesel heater come? I got a second diesel heater, guys, because one is not enough. Luke, are you going to make more buildings? Maybe. I don't know, guys. Put it in the chat. Should I erect more buildings on my property for the heck of it and just put fish tanks in them? I'm joking. I don't know. I might. I probably will. Honestly, building stuff's pretty fun. It's kind of expensive, though, sometimes. It can be a little expensive. But also, I do want to utilize my shed more because I have this whole garage here. I don't even use it. I barely use it, so I want to renovate it, get it nice and good. Maybe I'll rent it out or something. Oh. Yo, Lily ordered some protein chips. I'm gonna eat the protein chips. I left the lights on inside. Can you give us a tour of your house? This is my house. You guys want to see the kitchen I built? Look at this kitchen. All Home Depot cabinets. All cabinets from Home Depot. You just choose your style of cabinet, choose your color, and you got to assemble it all. And you also have to install your own hardware. They came without any handles or anything. Okay. Luke in his influencer era. I've been in that era for a long time. Never seen this man go live. What do you mean? I've gone live like 4 times in the last year. I don't go live very often. protein pizza flavored chips. Yo. These are actually really good. It actually tastes like a pizza. Wow. Wow. Anyways, guys. Who wants to see the salmon I'm cooking? Who likes salmon here? Oh. Putting you guys in my fridge. Oh. I just went to Costco. I went to Costco not that long ago. I bought like a tail. A cow tail. Oh, yeah. It's leaking meat juices. All right, guys, hold on one second. It's leaking meat juices. "24-hour fridge live stream." All right, yeah, guys, you guys are doing a 24-hour stream in the fridge. See you later. Welcome back to Luke's Goldies. So what was it like? Did the lights go out when I turned it off? How was that experience? Isn't that pretty? The meat juices leaked on it from above. These are good. All right, guys. I'm going to leave now. Thanks for tuning in.